Hey everyone, DFS and sports betting are now more popular than ever, which means more and more people are going to have to worry about taxes on their activities like on sites like FanDuel and DraftKings. While taxes on DFS and sports betting can seem daunting, the folks over at DFS Accounting are here to help. DFS Accounting is a consulting and advisory firm with 30 plus years of collective accounting and tax experience. They are a licensed CPA firm and are registered with the Illinois CPA Society. Our friends over at DFS Accounting have a couple of pro tips for you to keep in mind this tax season. All the information provided here is from the experts over at dfsaccounting.com. But as with any tax situation, if yours is a little bit more complicated than you thought, feel free to reach out to dfsaccounting.com at any time for a free consultation. First off, there are two types of tax documents that you need to know about. There's the 1099 MISC for DFS and the W2G for sports betting. We'll start off with DFS for now. If your net winnings are over $600 on any particular sites, congrats, good for you. You will be receiving a 1099 MISC from that DFS site. Your DFS income will be shown on box 3 of that form. Many people who play DFS only play it casually and report the amount over on box 3 of their 1099 MISC as other income on their individual tax return. If you consider yourself a professional and spend more than 35 hours a week on DFS, then depending on your tax situation, you may want to report your DFS activities on Schedule C, profit or loss from a business. This reporting type allows for DFS players or business owners to reduce their income earned by applicable business expenses and or losses from other DFS sites. It isn't always clear who is a casual player and who is a professional player. So if you're unsure, you can go to this website and take a short tax determination questionnaire. And as always, if at any time you feel you need more assistance, reach out to dfsaccounting.com for free consultation. When it comes to sports betting, there are a number of differences that the DFS accounting team says you should be aware of. For sports bettors, a W2G is generated on bets that are considered reportable gambling winnings. Gambling winnings are considered reportable if the winnings are subject to federal income tax withholding, the winnings are more than $600 or at least 300 times the amount of the original wager, or the winnings are above a certain value such as $1,200 and $1,500, requiring federal income tax withholding. Some site operators will require players to withhold 24% in federal taxes on large value bets, regardless of whether or not it has the 300-to-1 odds. Each site can also decide on their own big bet value threshold for backup withholding, like any wager that wins over $1,200 or from $1,500 to $5,000. So DFSA recommends that you reach out to your site you use most to find out their specific value threshold. When it comes to reporting sports bettings on your tax return, the IRS allows you to report your gross winnings and gross gambling losses up to your winning separately on your tax form. To determine your winnings and losses, you first need to determine your sessions. The IRS will add in gambling sessions as a way to calculate all your wagers into a simple win or loss number. So you'll need to review your own betting volume and decide which gambling session period is appropriate for you. For example, if you use a month as your betting session, report 7 months of 1K in profit each month and 5 months of 1K in losses each month. You will report gross gambling winnings as 7K in line 8 on Schedule 1 and gross gambling losses as 5K in other deductions on Schedule A itemized deduction. While the net result is 2K on this, the way the IRS has you report gambling activities severely limits your losses. The more you net on your gambling winnings and losses, the lower your gross gambling winnings are, and the more advantageous it is on your tax return. Lastly, popularity of sites like PayPal for online transactions. Some DFS players may end up receiving a 1099K. For 2021, these are generated while the transactions total over 20K and the aggregate number of transactions is over 200. For 2022, it's a little bit different. The IRS sharply reduced the number of transactions threshold. So any transaction totaling over $600 with no minimum number of transactions. Basically, if you use PayPal to receive money, you will most likely receive a 1099K starting in 2022. These forms can complicate tax filings, so if you received one of these, we recommend you reach out to a tax professional. If you don't have one, feel free to email the experts at info@dfsaccounting.com. We've said it many times, but if at any point you find yourself unsure what to do and need more help, reach out to dfsaccounting.com for help and a free consultation. Best of luck this tax season.